I'm Ryan Hinske, and this is my Jim Nantz Award submission for 2024-25. Both Instagram reels included in this submission were filmed and edited entirely by me, and my additional work can be found on my website at ryanhinske.com. Thank you so much for your consideration.
I'm Ryan Hinske, joining you from Madison Square Garden, where DePaul looks to keep a 3-game winning streak going in postseason play. Last night, 10-seeded DePaul won a tight game against Georgetown, 71-67, advancing to the second round of the Big East tournament against 2-seed Creighton. DePaul forward N.J. Benson was a huge factor coming back from injury, scoring 18 points in only 18 minutes in his first game since early February. In 2 games against Creighton this season, Benson has only logged 13 total minutes, so we haven't seen much of him against Creighton's star center, 7'1" Ryan Kalkbrenner. Tip-off is at 6 p.m., so be sure to follow along for live updates and additional coverage at DePauliaOnline.com.
And a corner 3 from Rivera off the inbound, a drifting right corner 3, and DePaul has gone up 16. My goodness. Rivera with 9 points on 3 of 4 shooting, all 3-pointers. And that was a fading right corner 3, very similar to the 3 he hit against Marquette in overtime, drifting from the left corner, same side of the court, same situation. It was an inbound. And those drifting threes, I mean, he can just do it. 3 of 4 today, 43% on the season from deep. Toomey driving on Benson. Spins. Benson staying with him. Got it poked out of him, and another turnover. Benson got another turnover. Rivera to the cup. Missed it. Benson put back. N.J. Benson putting on a Big East clinic. 14 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Coleman. Right side. Felton. Driving. Left side wide open. Coleman, 3-pointer, no good. Gunn with a good closeout. Gunn gets the rebound and sprints to the forecourt. Kicks it back out and got fouled on the pass. Looks like against Felton for a slap on the upper arm, the forearm. So it'll be the 3rd team foul on the Pirates. Baseline, left side inbound for Blocker. DePaul runs the play. It's Rivera again with a left wing 3. No good. And that would have been back-to-back corner 3s for Rivera off an inbound. As DePaul now up to an 18-point lead, 51-33, 12 minutes remaining left in this game. Coleman crosses over to his left, got fouled by Gunn on the floor. That was Gunn's 4th, so Gunn's got to watch it now. Gunn and Dual both with 4 fouls. And checking in now is going to be D'Amico for Gunn. So Holtman will sub Gunn out, as Dual will also check out for Seton Hall. So both players with 4 personal fouls are out. Checking in is D'Amico with 3. Instant dunk from Malik Bey off the inbound, and he slams it from the left side. D'Amico getting past half court. Slowing down, ran out of space. Got it over to Meyer. Spots up from 3, nothing but net. Tubac was clapping in his face, and he said, let me just hit a 3 right on top of you. 54-35, DePaul leads. Toomey right side. Malik Bey left side. Coleman with blocker on him. Now Toomey looking for something on Rivera. Myers up to 11 points now. Fadeaway shot from Toomey is no good. Benson with the rebound. That was a bad look for Seton Hall. Another great defensive play for the Blue Demons. Rivera into Benson. Benson driving on Toomey, going up. Got it blocked. Rebound by Blocker. Kept it. Rivera fakes a 3. Driving with his right, going up. Got a step, puts it in. Got the roll on the scoop layup. And DePaul is on a 12-2 run, up 21 points. Make it 14-2. Foul on the floor on Meyer. That was Meyer's 3rd now. So 3 Blue Demons with 3 personal fouls, 1 with 4. That might be the only hindrance to DePaul's now 21-point lead But with 11 minutes remaining, the fans are starting to get excited to see this team finally get that coveted home win. You're listening to Radio DePaul Sports. DePaul up 21.
Here's 5 things we learned during the DePaul men's basketball 2024 home opener. Sophomore Coastal Carolina transfer Jacob Meyer made a statement. If you missed it, DePaul won an overtime thriller on Monday against Southern Indiana, in large part thanks to this clutch Meyer three-pointer to send the game to overtime. DePaul won the game 80-78. Graduate UIC transfer Isaiah Rivera was the overall star of this game. During DePaul's coldest stretches when they couldn't get shots to fall, it was Rivera that seized the momentum back with shots like this. The man finished with 25 points and made 5 three-pointers. Third, DePaul needs to get in the gym and practice their free throws. Overall, the team shot 8 for 22 from the line. That's 36%. They actually shot better from three-point range than they did from the line. DePaul got really good looks from deep. Of all the D1 teams that opened their regular season on Monday, DePaul had the 8th highest point distribution for three-pointers. 52.5% of their total points came from downtown. Though first-year head coach Chris Holtmann said DePaul has to make major improvements in several areas, including interior defense, he seemed really excited when he learned this was the program's first win in over 300 days.
300 days? I can't wait till this place is filled, and it'll be filled. I do appreciate the people that came here. I didn't know it had been that long since a W.
Holtmann gave props to the student section, and those students in the section got rewarded. Holtmann promised before the season he would buy students in the student section free lunch the next day after a win. His team also took a picture with the section after the game, another promise he made before the season to incentivize students to come out to Wintrust and watch the team. You can read much more in the DePaulia's 2024-25 basketball issue, which is now available on both campuses and online at DePauliaonline.com. For the DePaulia, I'm Ryan Hinske.
So, first of all, how does it feel to be back in this building with the new renovations?
I was here in the summer.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool to see that they're doing something around here and starting to make a change. So it's cool to see the new additions and the weight room and everything they've done. They've done a good job.
Your first year transferring to DePaul, obviously that was last year. The last year in that in-between year was Chris Holtmann's last year at Butler.
Yeah.
What was the reputation of his teams when you were at DePaul, and what do you think he brings to the school now?
Holtmann's done it the right way everywhere he's been. It's been impressive to watch. He recruited me when I was coming out of Willis, so I've known him for a while, and it was the guy I wanted to play for coming out when I was transferring. So I know what he does with his programs. I know he's trying to get the right character kids, right molded kids that are going to build a culture here and start from the ground up. And I think he's done a good job with that so far this year. Obviously, the wins are going to come, but can't do it overnight. So he's doing a good job so far in his first year, and I'm looking forward to what else he can do.
Yeah, one of the things he said he wants to bring back is the yearly Northwestern game, which hasn't happened in a few years, but that was your first 30 bomb as a Blue Demon in 2017. Those non-con games that were in the Chicagoland area, how were those any different from any other non-con games, and how would you approach playing teams like that?
I didn't know they didn't do that anymore.
It's been a few years,
okay. Yeah, no, those were the ones we always looked forward to. UIC, Loyola. I mean, I never got to play Loyola, but Northwestern. Anytime you can play in the same city, it just kind of brings another buzz, a little hype around it. And, the seats were always filled in those games just because, both schools are in the same city. So I think they should definitely do those games and get back to it. And it just brings a different atmosphere and a little buzz to the city of Chicago around college basketball.
Yeah, if you had like a clean schedule today, I know you don't, but if you did, where in Chicago would you go to burn a few hours?
Oh, man. Probably home. I'd probably go see my family out in Hickory Hills. Other than that, though, I don't know. It's too cold to be walking around the city right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably just spend some time with my family.
Awesome. And then off of that, how many family and friends are you expecting at the game tonight?
Probably at least 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. And what do you hope to show them?
The win. That's all that matters. Hopefully we get a win and go back home.
Yeah, that's awesome. How do you think, just one last question for you, your sort of legacy at DePaul this year, playing for such a great team, how has that felt getting, being able to come back to campus and receiving that warmth that you're getting?
Yeah, no, it's fun being a part of good teams. Had a pretty good career so far, so I'm looking to keep building off of that and Obviously, playing on winning teams and teams that are competing for championships is what you want as a professional. So we got a good chance of making a run in the playoffs, and just really excited for the rest of the season.
To finish out this series at noon tomorrow, as that one's put into play, single base hit for Rogers. So keeping DePaul alive here, there's a chance. Edema's hit a home run in this game in the first inning. A 2-run homer would tie it.
Again, you know, like I said, you always want to keep the line moving, but now in the situation with a runner on and your 3-hole hitter up, go ahead and give her the green light to swing for the fences.
And she does just that. That's way back and over. DePaul ties it with a 2-run homer. Another bomb from Edema. She's done it all in the first and the 7th. 6-6 ball game. All the drama here at Cacciatore Stadium. And DePaul is back after no runs since the third, barely anything other than hits, a few hits and a few walks. And now they are back at it, tied 6-6, and can end it with a run in this inning.
Not going to say I told you so, but I told you so.
With what you, swing for the fences. Literally right after you said swing for the fences,
I'm a prophet.
it went over the fence.
Sorry, it's a prophet. I've seen a thing or two, but I believe they will take, the Friars will go ahead and make a change, and they will, as Jessica Walter, the senior from Middletown, Delaware, will go ahead and take over in the circle. More on her right when we step aside right here on RDSE.
Bottom of the 7th, and we are tied. Kaylee Blunt up to bat now. She hit a 2-run homer, which was the last score before this 2-run homer back in the 3rd, all the way back in the 3rd. And now she is back up to bat for DePaul with a chance to win the game with another run. But there's 2 outs. First one's fouled back.
Blunt has already launched 1 long ball here this afternoon, that one coming in the 3rd inning, but of the 2-run variety.
And a pitching change here. Jessica Walter, like we said before the break, out to pitch for Providence. And that's a called ball. That looked like it was in the strike zone.
This has been quite the game. You know, DePaul 1 strike from a win, and then Providence takes a 2-run lead, and then you're able to tie the game with the long ball.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. That one is low, called ball.
Jessica Walter on for the 12th time this season, 21 innings to her name, sporting a 2.67 ERA, the best on the Friar staff.
The 2-1 pitch. It's low. And Blunt, definitely a dangerous hitter, but so are Levine and Talbot, who are next up to bat. So again, like you said earlier in this inning, Nick, getting it to the top of the order, to the batters that are capable of doing things for DePaul's offense. That one is hit high and back, fouled out. And a 3-2 count, full count now for Blunt. One more strike, and that will retire the inning. We're trying to keep DePaul on offense here. Here comes the full count pitch for Blunt. And it is low and a walk for Blunt. So Levine, the freshman, perhaps with the biggest at-bat of her young career, considering they're playing at home here, with a chance to win a first of a doubleheader. We'll see what she can do at the plate.